is heard, the winds blowing in the crystal clear air, the atmosphere, my soul lit back in here.
Therefore, my position and my placement would have its keen toll that me seeing my placement, I would not be endangered. I would not have to worry about any beast. I would not have to worry about any characteristical role of a negative structure having its placement of victory over my placement. So therefore, all of the roles and all of the scripting of the Bible was, in fact, that everyone would unite and come together and create a corporation of unity for laws and to get their characteristical role in their field and in their placement of life that they work in, and a part of sharing the attitudes, a part of sharing the chemistry, a part of sharing that natural vibe of actually knowing structures and knowing alike attitudes that in a meet they would utterly know someone within and yet not know their name. So with all the world having this unified, united, universal council, my existence would have been raised hands-on. It would have been raised with a council of the leaders in the world, the world powers, and it would have been of me playing a role into having healthy laws, healthy thinking, healthy ethics, healthy labor inside of the law. And I would have been a part of like a police task force.
I will assemble and awake the troops in concordance with our allegiance, and we will rally in the 49th Cavalry. The beast and the creatures will bow to you in conquest, and you will forevermore be our line of defiance.
I will surpass in absolute victory.
Of allowing the laws to more so shape and mold the community within in a deep effect, to where I would be of that placement of how the Bible talks about all these roles and it talks about all these powers. Therefore, me being the position of power and me also being the position to where things sway, I would take the stories about the book of Revelation and I would live out into that prominent feature that would have the victory of righteousness over sin. Now, one example by this is that Adam and Eve, to know the story of Adam and Eve is to know that the rest of their lives were changed and that Adam died. It didn't necessarily say anything about Eve dying, but the main ideal theory in here is that sin came and messed up their lives and they sinned. I have a complaint that I have been molested, and then that being used, that I am being that I ate the apple. Things that do not play in part of a succession role of a community, and as part of the people, I'm just like, really?
And maintain my rank. When I've seen the rocking in my soul that felt untamable, That's how I knew I was surely back in here. I will clear my name and then go my way.
This is so annoying. Adam and Eve and then the apple being told not to eat it or consume and then being raped.
I will clear my name.
And molested, and then being upon the entitlement that I ate the apple, and by Elijah the Greatest, his existence came and did it. And I was like, in this predicament, in this whole theory, it would show clearly that inside of this skit or this bribery, that all the accusations of hell, all the accusations of the devil would be defeated, because I conquer over that. What happened was, I took the works of this guy. Actually, he molested me before I even met him, and then had the audacity. That's the thing. The audacity is the people. And what happened is that in the audacity of me, like, going through all these humiliating works of sin, I see in there my victory of going through that and just being vindicated. I think it's like ridiculous that it could actually happen, because when I took the works, I thought that being at that time I was miseducated. That's another thing I'm gonna knock off on the community, the world leaders. That's one false move. That's one thing bad I don't like.
And the world would understand the tempest about.
Yes.
Technology, biology.
Yes.
We are insured.
I will clear my name.
And that's another thing that I don't like about being raised up and being somewhat taught or raised in a country, being that I get molested and raped, and then I'm given a muzzle over my mouth
I will clear my name.
to even say all of my rights of being poorly educated, poorly covered over with not education, but of a vindication and a right to not be molested. And also I'm given a poor voice. And I'm just like, on the contrary, the Bible says that I have a very powerful voice. I'm definitely not happy with how I have been raised up and lived, and how I have lived. I basically don't have no male role model in my life whatsoever. I don't have any male role model in my life besides people at, just like singers, or just like people that are like basketball players or football players that I have looked up to, and I have seen that it's so great that they're inside of a sport. But the main focus and the main thing is, I didn't have none of those friends of a role model that I could look up to. And like, I'm just like, it's like so ewing of how I could just think about my placement is with
A lot of people. Like, it is. It's with a lot of people.
and like the way that I have been living. Another way of being wrongly raised was constantly moving and constantly like having to like not know anyone. And in those like roles of like creating a person, like there was so much voids and so much questions and like so much time to where like temptations would be about like to explore things or do things or have an arrogant attitude, or because of like not being
Suppressed
by actually having
counsel.